Okay, it's the 26th, Thursday of March, and I'm back at the cemetery. It's a gloomy, rainy day. It looks like there's some guys over there working. I don't know if they're actually working right now, if they're just parked there. It just wasn't sitting on me well, guys. I tell you, I just want to come back and kind of, I was thinking of taking a peek and maybe cleaning it up a bit more. And I don't. It's raining out right now. Not terribly bad, but spitting out for sure. So, and there's people walking their dogs over there. It's lovely. It's nice when people come out to the graveyard, all these types of things. I'm gonna take a stroll with my camera. I have a little bag of goodies that I'll bring with me too, but that's mainly just brushes, and brought some work gloves and some knee pads so I can kneel without, without it being totally shit. Oh, there's a lot of people here. Oh, I think there might be something going on. Oh, it looks like there's a service happening. Okay, sorry, I'm just gonna come over here. Old Tomas Schuman's. There he is. But on the thing I saw, there was a considerable amount of other things on there. So I'm gonna try to unearth. At least you can see that there's a cross here, right up there, and I want to unearth the cross. At least I don't want Jesus buried. Yeah, that's not cool. So I'm gonna try to do what I can, and I know that there's a dedication. Put this down like this. Work gloves. Just did a little online investigation. Oh yeah, is this in loving memory? Yes. So if you can see here, in loving memory is there. I'm gonna just pull all this back and cut it back, and then try to clean up the stone. I figure it just rained. I apologize for the quality, guys. I am not. Whoops. There you go. All right, pardon me. I'll have to reset that. Just 1 second. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Hopefully it won't fall down again. I know it's kind of embarrassing. I'm just gonna kind of cut back some of this stuff here. I brought some just regular shears. I didn't bring any ideas, just help out. And I'll take all these things with me when I leave. It just didn't sit right with me leaving this in the state that it was in. All right. Oops. So I'll put this aside here. And then we have Jesus over here. We can't leave Jesus buried under the ground. Oh, look at the sunshine is coming up. After I start trying to, there we go. All right, look at that. And I may have to make a correction from my previous video, because it's I thought that his original, this is the original tombstone. The one I saw with his name Yuri Bezmenov on it, that one was a just a digitally placed. Somebody put that on. So when I saw it online, I presumed that it was engraved, but it isn't. So I'm gonna clean this up as best I can and make it so that it restore it back to its original self, in case anybody wants to come and pay respects to a person who definitely deserves it. I wish more people listened to Yuri Bezmenov. I rewatched that interview with G. Edward Griffin, and it was something to say the least. You know, I mean, it's really interesting. I know a lot of people that struggle. Excuse me, I got lock on here. Struggle with the concept of ideological subversion and people being able to have a truth right in front of them, but deny it because of their brainwashing. And essentially, that is what we have. I mean, I don't know about you folks, but I'm almost 60 years old, born in 67. So he was, my understanding, he was still a KGB agent at the time, and he defected. I don't know why. Okay, so we're making progress here. I've cleaned up much. As you can see the original dedication. I'll clean this up. I've brought some brushes and water, and hopefully it'll look nice when it's all done. At least back to its visible condition, and that's the goal. And just as I'm doing this, oh, it's so funny, I brought knee pads because I knew it was raining, and these really crappy ones from the dollar store. I stopped to get a couple supplies, and anyway, it's really interesting when I watch that and I think about where we are today, and I think about how far back in the past it was. You know, I had a experience one time downtown Windsor, Ontario in the early 90s, 91, 92. I had a little business down there with a friend of mine, did graphic artwork and stuff, and we used to do t-shirts, and we make we were young, sarcastic guys, so we make funny, goofy t-shirts, and one of them was a Soviet flag. It was on a red shirt, and I remember walking around. I used to have really long hair, and then one summer it was really hot out, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna shave off my hair. And my partner Steve had shears, and he buzzed me up, and I was walking around my shorts, my Doc Martens, and I come walking across Riverside. I was on Olette and Pitt, and an old man with an Eastern European accent stopped me and asked me about the shirt. He goes, why are you wearing that shirt? And it was a red shirt with a hammer and sickle. I was just being a sarcastic, because thought we were funny. We had a shirt that said "Legalize Death" with Dr. Kevorkian on it. Little did I know, here I would be 2026 in Canada with maids. You're poor, you're depressed, don't worry, there's always maids. Anyway, I assured him it was a joke, and he told me, he goes, there's nothing funny about that. Now, I'm not saying it was Yuri Bezmenov, but I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised, because he was here at that time, and I had no idea who he was. So, all right. I'm going to pack up all the extra stuff I brought, but I think we're okay here. Trim this back a bit more. A little bit more symmetrical so it's even. All right. Let me just pack up all of my stuff, including the extra this. Nobody wants that laying around. All of this, this, this. Another big brushing on here. All right, this man was a hero. His grave deserves to be seen. So I couldn't live with myself being around here in the city that this guy died in. I just learned that he had been buried here like a couple of months ago, and it was winter and there was no way to really see everything. As you can see, the gravestones are all on the ground here. But, oops, sorry. So here we are. Okay, now I'm gonna make the sign of the cross again to Yuri's completely visible tombstone, headstone, whatever you would call it. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Yuri Bezmenov, Tomas Schuman. Thank you so very much for all that you did to warn us about ideological subversion, psychological warfare, and the tactics that these people use to enslave our minds. And it's so remarkable in today's day and age, because I'm plagued with so many people confused by how we got here, and they say, but how can people not see? And all I can think about is this gentleman talking, saying, you can take the person who has been ideologically subverted and show them authentic proof. You can bring them right to, show them the gulags, and they will still not believe you. Now, I apologize, I'm not the cleanest handyman or craftsman, but it was very important for me to display his entire tombstone. I know it sits right by me, especially considering Christ was buried pretty much. It was just one little part of the cross sticking out. I couldn't even see the whole tombstone. I had to pull off leaves, and I had to push off grass to be able to read it initially. So, okay. Now I can rest, and I hope Yuri can rest as well. And thank you again for having the courage to come and let us know. And I'm sorry if I made a noise with the microphone there. Okay, so thanks, folks. God bless you all, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks.